We already have swans in the city from the 16th century. We need to keep the swans, otherwise something bad will happen to our city. It's like a curse. And here is the entrance to the beginnage, Begijnenhof, the monastery. Recht voor ons hier is het sluizensysteem, dus om de waterstand in de binnenstad te controleren. This is our lock system, it's to control the water level in the inner city. A 16th century system, een 16e eeuwse systeem. Zeer belangrijk, very important. Zijn grote zwanen, there are some huge swans over here. We are feeding them well, you can see. We are giving them chocolate and beer. Good diet, good diet. En hier de brouwerij is een halve maan brouwerij. This is the brewery, is a half moon brewery. It's our beer factory. It's very important, for me it is. No beer, no life. The house beers, de huisbiertjes, Brugse Zot straffen Hendrik. Watch out, be careful, voorzichtig, the same bridge, attention. Aan de linkerkant was eigenlijk voor de mensen die doodgingen in het ziekenhuis, was om de lijken te transporteren. Downstairs here was actually for the people that died in the hospital, was for transporting the dead bodies. A lot of people died in the hospital. The medical care was not on point yet. Was not that good yet. You can see the whiteboards, that's how they do it. Hier zo meteen heel kleine huisjes, kleine 18e eeuwse privéhuisjes. Here right away some really small houses, 18th century private houses. I'll show you the houses because they are really small, have a look. 1, 2, 3. Small but not bad. Look at this place here, would be nice to drink your coffee in the morning. In the evening you drink something else, well that's up to you. Hier ook zo meteen het paleis van Grutguse uit de 15e eeuw. Here a bit further is the palace of Grutguse from the 15th century. The next thing is the smallest window of our city, was a spy window. Het volgende is het kleinste raampje van de stad, was een spionenraam, een spionagevenster. You can find it right up on the wall in front of us. Is hier van boven de muur. Zeer klein, very small. It's coming up. It's with the white on this side. Spy window. Very small. Soms lekker een beetje meer uit in het Engels. The Lords of Grootshuizen were very powerful. They were selling the spice grits for brewing the beers. Today in the old city we have 2 breweries, but back in the Middle Ages we have many small breweries. The people, they were brewing the beers themselves. For one thing, they needed to buy the spices over here. They were not allowed to buy the spices somewhere else. So they did pretty good. And here the best boat company this city. 5 verschillende bootfirma's, 5 different boat companies. In total 25 boats, in totaal 25 bootjes. The first boat tours were in the year 1905. De eerste rondvaart was in het jaar 1905. It's a long time for the boat tours. This is the other brewery, dit is andere brouwerij, Bourgogne de Flandre. Very nice to sit here, beautiful terrace. You can smell, you can taste, or you can try the taster beers, the small glasses of beer. It's nice to do. De degustatie glaasjes, leuk om te doen. Zometeen zien we het Belfort op de Grote Markt uit de 13e eeuw. Het is een toren van 83 meter en heeft ook een bijaard met 47 klokken. Al die klokken samen 27 ton. This is the bell tower on the market square from the 13th century. It's a tower from 83 meters high. It has also a carillon with 47 bells. All the bells together 27 tons. The tower leans a little bit to the right, 1 meter and 20 to the right. You can see that. One day it's coming down. But I live on the good side of the city, so no problem. The belfry. Recht voor ons dan zie je de oudste brug van de stad, is de Meebrug uit het jaar 1390. This is our oldest bridge, it's called the Mee Bridge from the year 1390. Here in the city we have 41 bridges, hier in de stad 41 bruggen. Het ontstaan van de stad lag tussen de 7e en de 8e eeuw. The existence of our city was between the 7th and the 8th century. So it is a very, very old city. We had bridges before the year 1390, but they were in wood. We hadden bruggen voor het jaar 1390, maar die waren in minder toeristisch hier, less touristic over here, but still very beautiful. The city flag, the stadsvlag, and the bed and breakfast. dan is de kanaalverbinding met de stad Gent en is 45 kilometer. Otherwise, our connection with the city Gent is 45 kilometers. Stad Gent is ook mooi, maar Brugge is mooier. City Gent also beautiful, but Brugge is more beautiful. Was important for the trade, was belangrijk voor de handel. Om je een idee te geven is om meteen het rode gijs was verkocht voor een 1,5 miljoen, excuseer mij, 1,8 miljoen. 1.800.000. So to give you an idea, this house here, the red house, was sold for 1.8 million euros, 1.800.000. It's not for me. Not yet. One day. This house here. Europa College, the College of Europe. We only have one department here in Belgium and one in Poland. Once you have studied here, you can take a seat in the European Parliament to do something with politics. To study here, you don't need to be smart, you just need to have a lot of money. Mommy and daddy. And over here, two churches on a very small distance, twee kerken op een zeer korte afstand. In het centrum 21 kerken, in the city 21 churches. It's a lot for a small city, it's veel voor een kleine stad. 18 van de kerken waren katholieke kerken, alleen 3 protestant. So 18 of the churches were Catholic churches, only 3 protestant. Dit was zeer belangrijk here, this was really important. It's the old medieval harbor and was very important for the trade all over Europe. Het is de oude middeleeuwse haven en was zeer belangrijk voor de handel in Europa. Onze gouden eeuw was de 15e eeuw. Our golden century was the 15th century. At that time the population was more than 40,000. Today it's only 20,000. The city was a little bit like New York or London today, or just New York of the Middle Ages. The Middle Ages in Europe, we had 2 very important cities, 2 very important harbors, which was Venice, Venezia, and the city here. The modern houses, the moderne huisjes, don't ask me what happened, it doesn't fit, it's not good. Het standbeeld is Jan van Eyck, hij was de gekendste Vlaamse primitieve schilder in de geschiedenis. The statue is Jan van Eyck, he was the most known Flemish primitive painter in history. Was a very important man in the 15th century, was een zeer belangrijke man in de 15e eeuw. Dat het gebouw was een handelscentrum, was voor de elite, was voor de zeer rijke handelaars. The building in front of us was like a business center, was the trade center of the Middle Ages, was for the high society, loge bourgeois. And also the smallest house of our city, and het smallste huisje van de stad. King size bed not possible. You can try it, but I don't think so. On the left hand side over here is our connection with the North Sea, and it's around 15 kilometers. Aan de linkerkant is de kanaalverbinding met de Noordzee en is 15 kilometer. You need to know, like 700 years ago, the sea was a lot closer to our city, but the sea pulled back in a natural way. It took 300 years for the sea to pull back. It happened in the 14th, 15th, 16th century. So over the centuries, the connection was getting less, was getting worse, was getting very bad. So it was getting more difficult for the trade. Also the city, they started to ask too much taxes. The taxes were getting too high. So all the important things moved to the city, Antwerp and Amsterdam. Then what happened in the 16th, 17th, 18th century, we became a very poor city. We had nothing anymore over here, we were like a ghost city. Then at the end of the 19th century, we built a harbor at the seaside in Brugse, and then it was getting better again for our city. It's still our number one economy today. So we had some really good times, but some really bad times as well. Dan hier ook een voorbeeld van de daglichtbelasting. This was the daylight tax. So back in the days, how more windows you had, how more taxes you needed to pay. So they closed it to pay less taxes. Over here and then over there. And this is the best example, they just painted the window. It's Jan van Eyck that you can see, the painter, the schilder, Jan van Eyck. Hier een mooi hotel, a beautiful hotel, Hotel Boutique van Cleef. The name sounds already very expensive, it's not the cheapest one. Most expensive rooms, they go for 700, 800 euros a night. So I hope breakfast is included. Maybe for the next time, for the volgende keer. Hier een heel mooi uitzicht, zeer gekend, zeer geliefd door de kunstenaars. Here an amazing view, very loved, very known by the artists, with the two oldest bridges. We call this the Green River side, dus we noemen dit de groene rij. Veel groen, a lot of green, very beautiful. voormalig justitiepaleis, the old Palace of Justice, the former Palace of Justice. Also the fish markets aan our left, maar ook de vismarkten aan onze linkerkant. So they used to transport the criminals by boat, and the entrance for the criminals was the red door in the middle. We had also some men upstairs with weapons, so it was impossible to escape. You had no chance to escape. Dit was de inhoud van de criminelen. Om af te sluiten, to finish, is the Church of Our Lady. It's 122 meters high and it took more than 300 years to build it. Onze Lieve Vrouwenkerk is 122 meter en heeft meer dan 300 jaar geduurd om te bouwen. Het is uit de 12e, 13e, 14e eeuw. It's from the 12th, 13th and 14th century. Was a lot of work, was veel werk. All in the tiny bricks, allemaal in de kleine baksteentjes. A lot of people died when building the church. The safety was not good. They had no safety. They were just climbing up level by level. Why it took 300 years? Why it took 300 years to build it? One of the reasons was that they had no more money. They had no bricks, so no money, no bricks. It was expensive to build something like this, of course. Dit is het einde van onze rondvaart. Dank je vriendelijk voor je aandacht. Het is aangenaam. Ik hoop dat u ervan genoten heeft. Ik wens je al het beste in deze mooie stad. Geniet er nog van. Geniet van het weer. Geen regen is sowieso positief. Het is misschien een beetje te warm nu. Maar geen regen is wel goed. Was je tevreden mag je, kan je altijd een klein foutje achterlaten voor de uitleg. Zo, mijn avond maken is meer bier voor mij vanavond. Voornaamste wees wat dichter bij het uitstaan. Ik heb toch al een paar mensen zien overvallen en het is niet zo goed. Het is niet toegelaten om te zwemmen, dus nee. That was about it. Thank you so much for your time. Really hope it was enjoyable and I wish you a very nice day further here in the city. Enjoy the weather as well. No rain in Belgium is already very positive. Maybe it's too hot now, but it's not raining, it's also good. Had a good time. If you want, if you like, and always leave something small for the commentary. It will make my day. It's more beer for me tonight. Very thirsty after talking. Well, most of all, be really careful when you step out. I saw a few people falling over and it's not good. It's not allowed to swim here. It would be nice, but don't do it. Have an amazing time. Thank you so much for listening. Enjoy the city. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.